How would you feel if you find out that your pastor actually instigated you against your family? And when you came to realize yourself, someone very, very important had died, and your pastor is on the run. You cannot find him anywhere. What should you do? This is a true life story. In fact, it's happened to someone that I know. But for the sake of privacy and what have you, I'm going to use names and locations that are fictional. Okay, so what happened? There is this lady. Let us call her Chiamaka. Chiamaka was married to a rich guy, and she and her husband lives in the United States. Unfortunately, for the past 8 years of her marriage, she has not been able to conceive. And the pressure from her husband's family, and that pressure is to force the husband into marrying a second wife. And the husband loves her so much, that is why they have lived up to that number of years. And he cannot see himself betraying her and going to marry another woman. So every night she's always crying and praying to God for a solution. So one particular day, her best friend back here in Nigeria called her on the phone and said, Chiamaka, see you, there is this man of God that called me up. My pastor called me up while we were having a prayer meeting. He told me that I have a friend who is actually in need of a child. That for a long time now she's married and she doesn't have any child. That God is telling him to tell her friend to come down to Nigeria here and come and meet him so that he can pray for her. Chiamaka was like, did you tell this pastor anything about me? She said no. She didn't tell the pastor anything about her. That the thing there is, they were having a prayer meeting. And the pastor called her up and told her all these things. She said, so when do you want me to meet the pastor? Her friend told her, anytime you are ready, come and meet the pastor. So this lady left the country where she was and flew back to Nigeria. And funny enough, it's been a long time she came back home. She came back, she met her family. They all were happy, seeing her come back for the very first time in years. Then she went to meet her friend. Her friend now took her to the church to see the man of God who has seen vision for her. The pastor started praying and kabashing. Then he told the woman that God really wants to do something very important in your life. God really, really wants to do something very important in your life. But something is wrong somewhere. And that thing that is wrong somewhere is something that you will solve by yourself. Chiamaka was like, what is it? What should I do? The pastor told her that she's going to pay a sum of 500 million naira. 500 million naira. Chiamaka was like, I don't understand. Wait. She looked at her friend and was like, did you bring me all the way from where I was to this place so that I can be scammed? She said, no. Pay attention to what the pastor has to say. Anything the pastor tells you to do it. It's for your own good. The pastor told her, do you or don't you have a mango tree in your compound? She said, yes, she has that they have that in their family compound. She said, do you also know that mango trees your own? She said, yes, that the mango trees are her own. She said, do you know that when you were born, your umbilical cord was planted alongside with that mango tree? She said, yes. How did he come to know about it? He laughed and he told her that the things of the spirit is not for the carnal mind. So he told Chiamaka that he's going to give her a solution to her problem. But the thing is, it will cost her 500 million. Chiamaka didn't know what to do. She beckoned on the husband to send her some money. since she already has a huge amount with her, The husband tried to know what she was using it for, but she didn't tell the husband. At the end of the day, she got the money ready and sent the money to the pastor. Now the pastor told her, when you get to your father's house, you are going to do this and do this and do this. Ensure that your mother, you don't have any altercation with your mother before you go and do this thing. But the Chiamaka was like, which one is altercation with my mother? What does my mother have to do about this? The pastor told her, like I told you before, the things of the spirit is not for the carnal mind. Your mother is the actual reason why you are in this your situation today. She said, what? My mother? Say yes. That her mother buried a charm in that same mango tree that is her own. That charm blocked her womb. She can never give birth to a child. That every time she conceives and has a miscarriage, that baby indirectly has been sacrificed to the deity that the mother worships. Chiamaka was like, my mother, the cause of my problem? Said yes, that is it. So the pastor told her, go and uproot that charm. It is buried alongside a mango tree. It's not under the mango tree. Mango tree is already a giant mango tree. But the charm is buried at the side of it. Now when she goes, after she has dug it up, she's now free to do to her mother anything she feels like doing. Chiamaka was still looking at it as a lie. She traveled back home. The one she got back home, she didn't talk to anybody. She went straight, took a shovel, and went to the mango tree and started digging around the mango tree. Behold, she saw a material that was tied with a red clothing. Chiamaka shouted, Jesus. Then other members of the family who were shocked, seeing their daughter or their sister going to carry a shovel, going to the same mango tree that is her own and start to dig, were, surprised to see how she was doing it. Then when she dug up the charm that was buried alongside the mango tree, they all screamed. Chiamaka looked for fuel, poured on it, and lit it. After the thing finished burning, she did not utter a word. She went, carried her bag, and left for Lagos. It was from Lagos she traveled back to the States, where she was staying. So everybody was like dumbfounded. What is wrong? They started calling Chiamaka. Chiamaka wasn't taking their calls. Month in, month out, Chiamaka wasn't taking their calls. Until they reached out to an elderly man in the family whom Chiamaka always respect. They told the man, see what is going on now. Ever since this incident occurred in our family, Chiamaka has refused to take our calls. The old man said there's no problems. He will take his time and call Chiamaka. So he picked up his phone and called Chiamaka. Chiamaka picked the call and told him, Papa, I know why you are calling me. I know that you are calling me in respect to those evil people that call themselves my family. But this is what I have to tell you. Since my mother had the effrontery to tie my womb, nothing that will come from me will ever go to that family again. Nothing that can come from me will ever go to that family again. I will never support them financially or in any way possible anymore. Everybody was dumbfounded because the old man called Chiamaka and put the call on a loudspeaker. Everybody heard the conversation. All eyes turned to their mother. They were like, Mama, what is Chiamaka saying? The mother told them that as they are surprised, that's the same way she's surprised. That her own daughter is accusing her of her barrenness. Why would she do such a thing to her own daughter? Bro, months later, their mother became terribly sick. Like, terribly sick. They asked Chiamaka for assistance. Chiamaka did not utter a word. When they asked her for assistance, she said she doesn't have money. And even though she has, she can never in any way give it to that evil woman. Chiamaka was even buying properties, even properties that are even close to their family land or family houses. She were buying them. The same person that claims she doesn't have money. She was buying those properties. Unfortunately, her mother passed on. Her mother died. Now, the mother is late. Chiamaka still insisted that she can never bring out her dime to bury her. And do you know one funny thing? Because Chiamaka is like the breadwinner of the family. Ever since she stopped supporting them, things became very tough for the family. Her mother was not malnourished. So should I say it's from the malnourishment that led to the woman's sickness? And even in her sick bed, Chiamaka still refused to support or help the mother. Unfortunately, the mother passed on. Do you also know that it was after 9 months in the mortuary that her other children were able to get enough money to bury their mother? Chiamaka did not utter a word. She did not utter a word. Their mother was buried. Now, 3 years after her burial, Chiamaka is still barren. She's still barren. Each time she will call her friend and will be like, what's going on? Her friend will always tell her, trust the process, believe in God. You have done your part, allow God to do his part. Bro, Chiamaka's mother is dead on the accusation that she is responsible for the barrenness of her daughter. Getting to 4 years, Chiamaka started calling her friend back home. Her phone was no longer connected. So she reached out to a private investigator, and when the investigator was doing all his investigations, he came to find out that her best friend was actually in cahoot with the pastor. In fact, the both of them are lovers. All this while, this lady was duping her friend. She duped her friend of 500 million naira and escaped with her boyfriend into a country that nobody knows their whereabouts. The investigator went further to tell her that all this while in Nigeria, she and her lover were duping people. They were duping people, and when people finally started coming to understand that this is what these people were actually doing, they ran out of the country. So nobody knows where they are now. Now, the investigator told her that this lady, her job is to go to people, find out everything about them, then report to the pastor. The pastor will now come to these people and tell them their problem. To them, they will think that it is indeed a message from God, but they don't know that someone has already come to their family and do the background study of their environment, then come to report to the pastor. The pastor will now use it as a way of getting what he wants from them. That is the same thing she did to her. Chiamaka was like, what did you say? Now, the pastor told her that in this place, your umbilical cord was buried or was planted alongside with the mango tree to signify that this is actually your property. Now, the charm which they claimed was buried by your mother wasn't actually buried by your mother. In fact, that charm is fake. that it was planted there by the pastor when they were able to convince her to come back from where she was. So when they were able to convince her, she told them, yes, you'll be coming back. They used that opportunity to find a way and plant that fake charm. And when she was duly convinced that indeed there was a fake charm there, that was when they said that the whole thing is settled. She paid them off. Unfortunately, her mother was accused. And today the mother is late. And she, on the other hand, can't even rewind the hands of clock anymore. Now, the question I'm asking now is this. If you were to be Chiamaka, what will you do? I want to hear your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe to this channel if you've not. I'll see us in our next video.